That's a good question, actually.
And also has the temperament of a Wolverine in a DMV.
Wolverine and a DMV. Generic Control the theduckgoesmoo here, back with a random video. Today we are reacting to Quirk questions, My Hero Academia animation. Now this list is really jank. There's 7 of them, but they're all going to be over here if you want to skip to an individual one. Now this video was actually requested by one of my super insane patrons. I believe it was AM Seymour that requested this. And also, what is the big deal about that name? People like say they see that name down below and they're like, oh my god, they audibly gasp. I'm just like, what? Who is AM Seymour? I have no idea. Is that a bad person? Is that a video game? I thought it was just his name. I have no idea. But I put this in a poll, which you all get to decide, because every single month, the people that are down below that are a different name and underline, they get to request a video, and then I put that video in a poll under the community tab, and you all get to vote on which video I react to. So, and this is the actual one. I'm thinking some people thought that it was the My Hero Academia abridged by Something Witty Entertainment. That's why I said BNHA. I'm not really sure. I should have just put Quirk questions, but I clicked on the playlist and that's what I went off of. But shout out to patrons. They get the videos there. Allow me to not have a paywall channel because I'm completely against paywalls. Almost all of my videos that I get come from the comment section because I read every single comment. Let's go ahead and jump into Quirk questions though. Now, I have seen all of My Hero Academia.
Like my favorite character. She could create.
She is my favorite character.
As long as she knows.
I love voice actor.
Compounds of it and has like.
It's on my anime channel, Duck Goes Anime.
Body. So that being said, you think Momo trains by eating a tub of ice cream while binge watching how it's made?
How it's made.
Todoroki's power is half and half, and his hair reflects
Icy
this.
hot.
But do you think the rest of his body hair reflects this?
Does it?
Hagakure was
That's
born.
a good question, actually.
Saw her? Actually, that's a broader question because it said that quirks usually manifest around kindergarten.
When they're a kid.
So
that
what
means
about the people that look different, like Mina or Shoji or Tokoyami? Like, did they like come out as normal humans and then just one day and wake up in kindergarten?
No.
Like, oh, I'm a bird person now.
I think somebody explained it to me. It's just kind of like,
God, why is Bakugo such a
like that.
bitch? But man, if I was that sweaty, I would be grumpy too.
But isn't it just like his hands
sweat?
Teenagers
decide the superhero name they're probably gonna have for the rest of their life. You know, there's
Grape
one
juice.
dude out there named YOLO Swag King because it's what was cool at the
That's
time, and now
chat.
he just like regrets every time anybody says his name.
Regular
Also,
cops.
what do regular ass cops do? They don't have the license to use their quirks. Are they just
They have
like
guns?
glorified
Well, it is
hall
Japan, so.
monitors? You there! Stop your criming! I'll have to inform
Stop
the
using your quirk.
superheroes. Yeah, hi. I realize that YOLO Swag King is not an appropriate name for me now that I am a 25-year-old superhero.
I'm 24.
The truth is,
so.
teenagers make dumb decisions. I'm an adult and I make dumb decisions. You think
Correct,
sometimes
same.
paternity tests happen because somebody's got a really weird quirk?
That's a really good question. Quirk
Who
names.
names quirks?
A
Is it
meatball.
that you
Dude,
go
I
to
hate
the
him.
registry and there's already a list of
hello.
names? Or does the person with the quirk get to name it? Like, Endeavor, what's your quirk? Hellflame. Okay.
Dobby, what's yours? Blue
Dobby,
flame.
what's your quirk? Cremation. Okay, edgelords, can you tone it down? It's just really hot fire. And then you got other people out there like Sue. It's like, what's your quirk? Frog.
Frog.
Oh, that seems accurate.
Ribbit.
Write that down. I feel like there's a really inadequate system behind this.
Airplane?
What's airport security like? Because obviously Bakugo got on a plane to get to Ai Island. Not only do you not want a really sweaty dude next to you on the plane, but imagine that sweats nitroglycerin, and the dude can create sparks. And also has the temperament of a Wolverine in a DMV. Like, fly your own ass there, Bakugo. We're not letting you in the plane. Maybe they just put Bakugo into restraints and put him in the cargo hold.
That wouldn't stop him. Who's your daddy?
A lot of quirks are genetic. So do you think that there's a lot of paternity tests when your kid has a weird quirk? Like, I have Lego for feet, and you have prehensile eyes. Yet our baby barfs liquid metal. Explain that one to me, Sharon. When I first found out that Mirio was supposed to get one for all instead of Deku, I was like, good. You don't want your top hero whipping his junk out. But the more I thought about it, that's just a brilliant strategy. No one wants to fight a naked dude. Oh, what? You've got super strength? I hope you like getting up close and personal with my junk. You could control the fiber of clothes? Good thing I'm not wearing any.
Genius.
Oh, so you could copycat and or look like me? Hope you have a fun time being naked. Keep muttering to yourself about tactics. I'm just gonna take my pants off. I've been asked what my quirk might be, and then the obvious answer is like a cross between
I
Miss
wanna go
Joke and
fast.
Present Mike, but maybe with swearing. I actually think I would be quirkless, but I would just tell everyone I have a cool quirk. I'd be like, "Oh yeah,
But
if
you
you
can't
touch
show
me,
it.
your body violently turns inside out." And you're thinking, Wazzy, that's impossible to keep up that charade, but it's not. I just need one event where somebody finds me just sobbing uncontrollably in a blood-soaked room with pieces of meat all around me, and boom.
How
let
would you set that
rumors
up?
Do the rest. But if more people start believing that lie, then that itself becomes my quirk. I'm just really good at lying. I can't think of a better name. There we go.
Patron supporters. I also have a Patreon. They get the videos a day early.
I was like sitting here calling it the Olympics. It's the sports festival. This would benefit me in two ways. One, everyone would think I'm cool. And two, no one would touch me.
Mm-hmm.
It's the perfect strategy. Just get
What about
naked.
children?
Hopefully that was fun recording. No, it was. Good.
I've literally never seen this channel before.
Jiro has earphone jacks. But what happens when those become obsolete? I know she could stick them into the walls and her boots and stuff. I mean, she's doing better than somebody who would have a VCR in their chest. But there's gonna be a point when any technology quirk becomes obsolete. Actually, how much technology can be put into a quirk? Like, is there somebody out there who's the most popular guy in the world? Unprotected Wi-Fi hotspot guy? I would be his friend, especially if he learns how to password protect.
Quirk activation?
Is there just like a universal quirk activating move? Like clenching your butt cheeks? Like, what if Monoma copied a quirk and he didn't know what it was? I've got your quirk.
What did you call him? Call him Monoma.
Or all for one. Like, you've got this quirk now, but how do you use it?
I guess knowing it, understanding it.
How many quirks can you jam into a body before they become a gnome?
Okay,
like,
so season 5 has already been out.
Technically has 2. And has, like, I assume 6? So what's the cutoff point? Is it like alcohol tolerance? Like, I'm a lightweight, I can only take 2 quirks, thank you. Well, somebody else is like, I
don't think season 5 is out at this point.
Hit me! Oh yeah, laser eyes! Pew, 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 pew. Hit me again! Maybe some people just can't hold their quirks.
Can't hold their quirks.
How do people
blood
with
quirks.
blood quirks realize
Discover
they
that.
have a quirk?
Yes!
There's not a lot of instances I can think of that somebody else's blood gets into your mouth. You
I would say dive into in season 5.
With a whole bunch of stuff and are like,
no.
Yep, you're allergic to eggs. Is there one of those but for quirks? And they're like, yes, your quirk has something to do with blood. Here, drink this O negative and tell me what happens.
Animals?
Tokoyami was a bird that became a person. And as terrifying as it is to have this bird just wake up one day and be like, well,
I have arms and legs.
I'm a person bird now. It got me thinking, there's a lot of things that an animal needs to know about society. Like how to put on pants, and how money works, and don't eat literal garbage unless you're in college. Are there people
unless you're in college?
Them? Like, this is my son. He used to be a pigeon.
The worst?
My question for you, what do you think is the worst quirk? I can't stand Deku shirtless. Like fucking, they can't handle your stupid.
What are these outtakes
on your jacked body? It just doesn't melt, and it just freaks me the frig out. Keep a shirt on.
You don't see me shirtless. It's on my Instagram. Also have the OnlyFans, but
it's just like this regular angry human face on this toddler body.
The number 2 hero, and this is
decided. Like, you know how they all have ranks? Like, Endeavor was number 2, but now that All Might's out of the game, he's number 1. Who decides this?
And then Ed's shot is 4.
System? Like, oh, you saved one whole human. That's worth 1 point. You stopped a natural disaster? That's 7 points right there. Who's keeping track of this? Or
I don't. Popularity.
Your agency does. Whoa! We got 437 cases last year. Dude, all of those were filed by you looking for your phone. Yeah, and they're all solved. They were in my other pocket.
Oh god, 80%?
If 80% of the world's population
meme.
has quirks, that means out of 7.7 billion people, there are 1.5 billion that are quirkless. That's roughly 19 out of every 100. Why was it so weird that Deku didn't have a quirk? If his entire apartment building had 200 people in it, there would be at least 38 people in his building alone that didn't have quirks. And that got me wondering, are quirks regional? Because if 1.5 billion
well, if they're
people
genetic,
in the world don't have quirks, that's like all of India, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and like 9 other countries combined.
New Zealand's not a real place.
Maybe there are quirk-free zones. Like you try to get into Canada, and
yeah, it could be genetics.
Hey there, bud. Looks like you got a quirk, eh? You're gonna have to leave.
Nezu.
Sorry about that.
Foresight? Yes.
Night Eye uses his power so sparingly is because he's seen things he can never unsee. What if he sees you spending significant alone time with your waifu pillow?
Well, that's Deku.
Who looked at Bakugo's hair barrettes and decided those need to be able to kill a man? And why aren't all heroes decked out with murder paraphernalia for their hair?
A quirkless enhancement?
What if a quirkless person took a bunch of quirk-enhancing drugs? Would they gain a quirk, or would they just become exceptionally
Some of you might have the answers to this.
Wow,
I read every single comment.
Too toasted grilled cheese sandwich. Wow, I've worked up quite an average human sweat, and it's made mostly of H2O. I have to purchase Scotch tape like the rest of us. There's nothing in my belly button but lint.
Training.
What do you think is the worst power-up to a quirk?
Hey, it's Oscar.
Mineta just freaking jacked with all these huge balls off his head. Just like anybody comes within a 5-foot radius, they're instantly stuck to him. You want to get off, you gotta get me off.
Oh no.
Oh god, that's so gross! I'm allergic to gluten, but not dairy. What's really average? Sure is good to look at things with my normal human vision. Ow, my soft, fleshy body. Sugar just makes me fat. I sure do enjoy having an extra joint in my pinky toe. That means when I slam it against the wall, it hurts even more.
That is true. Tape? Yeah, this is the 5th one.
Simple, yet interesting quirk.
It's very...
tape out of his elbows. It can be double-sided, he can swing off of it, he can bind his enemies up, and also he can pull his friends out of the way. And that made me wonder, when he's moving the tape, does he sometimes have to reel it back into himself? And if he does,
how does that feel?
Stuff stuck to it. Like there is a tape dispenser in my junk drawer. You pull that bad boy out and it's got shit stuck to that little piece of tape.
Yeah, that's exposed.
Like, hear me out. He's standing outside.
Why does it need to be exposed?
He puts his tape out. A bug flies, splats on it. He pulls that back in.
Into his elbow.
Now in his skin. Like, this is a bad fucking time, Sarah. Are your elbows just full of gunk?
Momo's hot. Love Momo. Favorite character.
Of things she creates. Like, can she make ice, or would
she
just dribble water? Maybe it's affected by her own body temperature. So if she has a fever,
as long as she
can
understands.
make herself a nice soup. And on that note, would she make the soup in total, or just the ingredients for it? We've seen with other things, she doesn't create the components, she creates the actual item. But does it work that way with food? And would ingredients that came from her taste weird? Like, I made spinach dip. Yo, Momo, I don't want any of your boob dip. I'll eat your boob dip.
It's Momo. Love Momo.
Who decided that the best
same voice actor as Riza Hawkeye
should be taking down robots? I mean, obviously there is some huge flaws in this system. What about people like Shinzo, who's super OP, or people like Hagakure? You can't tell me she didn't just walk up and was like, "You didn't see me because I'm invisible, but I helped take down every one of those robots."
Mr. Celia Quirk.
Can All For One take the mental ability of a mutation quirk and give it to somebody else? Like, let's say he took Hawks' feather manipulation. Could that person then use it and make pigeons explode or something?
Oh, that would be interesting.
Son!
Oh god, that's a callback.
If you lose the appendage that your quirk is based off of, are you now just quirkless? Like, it's obvious with some of the physical quirks. But what if Todoroki lost his left arm and leg? Would he only be able to make ice? Or would his quirk manifest and change, so he could still use fire? Or what if Uraraka lost a hand?
Well, it's like a muscle.
Could she still use her quirk?
Westaboo?
Does Deku have to study American geography, or does he just mimic All Might? Like, you don't know where Minnesota is. That's just a word you picked up. Like, Deku,
I think I know where Minnesota is there.
Stuff up. Picture butt smash! But let's be honest, All Might's already a Westaboo, so Deku probably already has
a Westaboo. Instead of a Weeaboo, it's a Westaboo.
My question for you is, which quirk do you think is the least convenient to fight? Should I pronounce it right or should I pronounce it wrong? I'm gonna say picture butt. Because I like
picture butt?
Better. I gotta get into my Mineta voice.
Ah, the Mineta voice.
There we go. Alright. Mineta, yeah, I'll eat your boob dip.
Not terribly wrong. Let's jump to the 6th one. Yeah, there was just random things that appeared.
How much
like,
of the media revolves around heroes? We see them in commercials and merchandise and memes, and even people like Yellow Swag King have a following. But, like, are there also comics and movies made about them? I mean, we already saw an entire stadium fill up with a bunch of people to watch school children battle it out to the death. This is a form of entertainment. How far does it go? Is it in everything? No wonder Kota was so pissed. You can't escape these assholes. They're fucking everywhere. You know how you go to Vegas and there's a guy in an Elmo suit that you can take pictures with? If I go to Walgreens, is there a dude in a janky All Might costume that you could take pictures with if you pay him $5? You thought it was All Might. It's just Walmart out there like, I am here for great deals.
Cannibalism?
What if Tamaki eats a human? Like, we've seen him eat quirks, and then those quirks manifest on his body. So, like, what if he eats a finger or an ear? Will he get the ability to just get extra fingers or extra ears on his body? Or, like, could he make a whole ass different face on his stomach?
Oh, God,
like, as if Mirio is popping through him. What if Sun Eater drank blood? Would he become extra juicy? Or what about fire eating? Obviously, he wouldn't have the resilience to not get burned, but could he still ignite himself? Are you trying to tell me that their regular outfits are their summer outfits? Because think about it. It's 32-degree heat. You've got people in spandex and suits of armor with like 20 pounds of gear.
But it's
if you've ever been to a convention, you can already imagine what that smells like. You throw 5 sweaty dudes into a burning building.
But it's also high tech.
Smoke that you're passing out from. It's the fumes. Like, Ida, you're in a full suit of armor. I get that it's part of the motif, but you would be so much faster in a Speedo. There would be no wind resistance. And how much crime am I going to want to commit if there's even like the slightest possible chance a naked dude will be running at me at Mach 3?
Nobody wants to fight the naked dude. Exhaust?
Ida can rip out his exhaust ports and they grow back
stronger.
Which raises just a whole bunch of questions. Like, what are they made of? Is it metal? Is it bone? Like teeth? And it obviously causes him pain, but like...
Kimp Dog, you're gonna have a field day with this.
Which brings us to another question. What comes out of them? Is it just carbon monoxide? Carbon dioxide?
Probably carbon dioxide because it's from a human.
So he's just running around
breathing.
farting? The other question this raises is, would this work for someone like Jiro? Could she rip off her earlobes and they'd like grow back as USB ports or something? Or
Type-C
if
ports.
You ripped out her horns, would they come back
Well, doesn't
stronger?
she shoot them off?
What kind of masochistic fuck came up with this in the first place?
Grandpa Tinya, Ida.
Quirks on public streets are forbidden. Is that the whole point of the cops? To hassle me? Like, what if I can't help it? What if every time I see someone attractive, I float? What are you gonna do? Throw me in jail? Shh. You'll have to call the supers, and I'll just float because of them, too. Healing quirks exist. So why are there still people wearing glasses? I paid to get laser beams shot into my eyes, and now I can see. So there's gotta be somebody who could, like, spit into your eyes or also shoot laser beams that could fix this shit. What is a unique way for your favorite to use their quirk? Like Bakugo leaving sweat around like gasoline and then lighting it. I feel like there needs to be one more fucking question. Maybe not. Who knows? Let's call it a day. I can't believe the Walgreens logo is fucking red. I don't even have a Walgreens. I'm in Canada.
Oh, God.
So he's asked, what are we paying for? Well, it's me yelling. Fuck.
What in the world? And this is going to be the last one. I figured I would do like all 7 in one go.
Make them intelligent? Like, this is my pigeon. He's just a regular pigeon, except he has the quirk hardening. Watch. And there's just like animals running around with like laser eyes or electricity, or that cat has a camera for a face. And this dog may just look like a dog, but he has the quirk of dog. So he's double dog?
Double dog, dare you? Copyright?
We all know Kirishima took the name Red Riot based on his
From
hero,
Crimson Riot.
Riot.
And he dyed
so
his hair red.
Crimson Riot do a copyright claim on him? Like, what if I was a villain and I went by the name Rouge Riot? What are you gonna do about that, Red Riot?
Red
you
Riot,
gonna
Rouge
send
Riot.
lawyers after me? You gonna sue me? I'm a villain. I don't obey the law.
I guess.
Toxicure
Spaghetti
gets cut. Is her blood visible? Because obviously,
No.
while it's inside her, we don't see it.
Wait.
Because she's not a circulatory system.
No, it's a
running
light.
around.
No, it's a light
Once it
refraction
gets
thing, so you would be able to see
oxygenated,
it.
Would it then become visible, or do we just not know? How do we do surgery on you?
That's a good question,
If
actually.
someone responds to Shinso in a language he can't understand, does that
I think it still
count?
counts. I'm
Like,
pretty sure it
"Je
does."
m'appelle Waze Suvere Beze." He doesn't know if I'm responding to him. I could just be talking nonsense.
It said Je m'appelle,
Actually,
which is
what
like
if I
my
do
name
that? He
is.
says something and I just go, "Ah-blah-blah-blah-blah-blah." And what if I initiate the conversation? Then he replies to me? Would my response just be part of the conversation?
Yes.
Or would that
Would
count
you be
as
as-
replying to him?
It would have counted as replying to him.
Could you
Pollen?
be allergic to quirks? I mean, there's people with like plant
Yes.
and stuff. My God, David, get the fuck out of here! My eyes are watering. I'm
He's
sorry,
a flower.
it's just I'm pollinating. I am grossly aware, David.
Control.
Can Koda control Principal Nezu? I mean, he is an animal.
He might be too smart.
And if he can, then that means he can probably control the part of our brain that hasn't evolved from our fish ancestors, and he can just make us stop breathing.
That'd be kind of cool. Especially
This
with him in that.
genist can control clothing fibers, but there's a whole bunch of unique fibers. Like Mirio's suit, whatever Aizawa's scarf is made out of, and
like
technically
Kevlar.
any fibers Momo makes. Then that means he can probably control people's hair at will, and therefore
Maybe.
control animals.
Transplant?
Would
Like
transferring
what?
a body part also transfer the quirk if it was used for it? Like, what if we took Hawks' wings and transplanted them onto Toga? Would she be able to fly? Or Toga just now has useless wings? Or
I think
if it's
that option.
psychological, does Hawks control these wings that are now on Toga's body?
Kemp Dog, you're gonna have a field day with
Sometimes there
this.
are quirks based
Kemp Dog
on
leaves very
technology.
in-depth comments
So does it have
on
to
my
be
My
based
Hero
on something
reactions.
that currently exists? Or can it just be like, I can hack anything, like the Google Behavior Control Neuron Link and the Amazon Alexa voice-activated jetpack?
Oh. Mix?
My question for you is, what is your favorite mix of quirks? Like Pop-Off
What do you mean?
Meatball or Acid
No.
Slide and Glide?
No.
Basically, there's going to be a fuel that
Not
runs
Mineta.
on Elon Musk's ego, and man, that shit fucking
Wait,
doesn't.
there's
run
an
out,
eighth one?
apparently. We've created an engine that runs entirely on sexual predators. So like, we've got an endless supply with YouTube. So we're doing future's pretty good, I'd say. We're doing good.
Oh, they're still going out with these. But that was the 7th one. I guess maybe they did 8th. I don't know. Should I do other ones in the future? Please let me know. It's going to depend on this. I do read every single one of the comments. I hope you are subscribed. Shout out to AM Seymour for recommending this video and you all for voting on this one because you picked this one. I will do My Hero Academia abridged by Something Witty Entertainment at some point. Like I said, if you want to check my reaction to My Hero Academia, I moved over to my anime channel, The Duck Goes Anime. I'm reacting to Demon Slayer right now. Oh my god, it's so good. But I have a lot of questions. A lot of questions. Do you have any questions that are quirk related? Please let me know. I would greatly appreciate or just about the My Hero universe or world, that is. I read every single comment. I'm sure Kemp Dog is going to really enjoy reading your comments and from watching this video. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully made your day a little better because I'm here to make you smile, not make you pay. But until the next video, take care and cue the music.
We were playing assholes.